is up, you guys? It is Talking to Spirits, Laughing with Ghosts. This is going to be part 2 of my tarot and oracle collection. So all that I have here, which you cannot see at all on this table, is my oracle cards. I've got numerology cards, magical cards, right? Everything that is not tarot, okay? So we're going to try to get through these as quickly as possible. The last video was pretty long, and this time I have more decks to show you. In this bundle, it is 73 decks, so we're going to get through them as quickly as possible before you guys get bored, right? So let's get started. Let's jump into it. So the first one that I have, it is the Moon deck. It comes with a book like this, all right? The back of the cards look like so, and they've got all kinds of writing on them. These are good for like a daily pick, right? A lot of your oracle cards are good for daily guidance, things like that, right? So for instance, this one, I craft my core desires with certainty and ease. Okay, now you guys have seen me use these in my readings, on my videos that I do. So it's a good deck, however, it is expensive for what it is because the cards are already starting to peel. So I think that these retail for like $40 or something like that, which is pretty pricey for an oracle deck, okay? So this was the Moon deck. Oh, let me just sit these down. All right, the next deck that we have here is called the Black Moon Astrology cards. This deck in particular, I haven't worked with it yet. I mean, I've kind of looked at it. It comes with a book that explains everything inside of it. The cards are glossy. This one has Neptune, sacrifice, air element, communicating, Mercury, mind, things like that, right? So I'll see if I can get this in. There you go. Here's what they look like. So if you're into astrology and doing things like that, here is the back of the cards. This is a pretty cool deck. This is one of my newer ones, so I haven't really gotten much into it, but here is what the box looks like. You can get this on Amazon. Let's see. Next up is Oracle of Shadows and Light. This deck, I love this deck. I have used this deck multiple times in my videos. And here's the back of the cards, okay? It comes in a box just like this. Here's the back. They have a key on them. And one of the cards to look at, here you go. Boom, done. Violet, Duchess, okay? Stifled, bored, and stuck. All right? These are really good. I like to use these with tarot cards. So for an oracle deck, I would recommend this deck. I do love this deck. I love working with this deck personally. All right? We're going to go through these quickly as, like I said, I have a lot. Divine Circus Oracle. This one is probably not one of my favorites. I don't even know if I've used it in a video. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. But it's got cards in there like Rare, Raw, and Real, Date with Destiny, Maven of Masks. So, I mean, it's got some, it has some really good pictures in there, but, it's not one of my favorites. It does come with a book as well that explains everything, but, it's kind of one of those that's just like, meh. So, there you go. There's that one. Let's see here. We have Cosmic Reading cards, okay? Activation cards for the soul. These cards, they look pretty neat. The book that it comes with is all in color, okay? It gives you the meaning, so like Cosmic Connection, it goes into detail about what that card means. And then here is what the backs of them look like. And then the front of them. So you have Shadows, Self, Shine, Strength, Surrender, Time Out, Unconditional Love. So they have, like a one keyword on there. So you can use these for your intuition, or like I said, if you want to read the book, you can read the book and get all the details behind these. I've not worked with these yet, so I can't really say how I feel about those. Let's see. Next is the Druid Animal Oracle deck. I love the front of this, that it's an owl. The book is just kind of alright, it's nothing fancy schmancy. It's all in blue and white and tells you the meanings behind that, like a raven, healing, invitation, protection. Then it's got the swan, soul, love, and beauty. So that's nice. The cards themselves, I think, are pretty cool. They are huge. so it is kind of hard to shuffle. There's not that many in here, but it's just simple, okay? It's got a picture on there, and then it's got basically what it is. Like this one, eagle, okay? Then it's got the wolf. So they're pretty big. I mean, they are big cards, you know, but they're simple. So sometimes simple can go a long way. Okay, next we have the Power deck, the Cards of Wisdom. This deck says your key to unlocking personal power and self-esteem. So this one is more of a personal deck for myself. I haven't used this on my videos or anything like that. I like to work with it myself. So this is a good deck to do that with, if it's still available. I'm not sure. Next is Heart and Soul Angel cards. It comes in a box like this. Whoop, and then they fly out. Let me grab them. You got a little deck like this that comes in it. And I'll show you the back. Here's the back of the card. And these have no messages on them, you know, written. It's just basically just go with your intuition and how you feel about this. So there's how they are. I'll show you this one, like this one, you know, right off the bat. Love, that's what I feel like. Passion, things like that. So this deck is more or less with colors, pictures, going off your intuition. I mean, there is a book, obviously, that you can you know, read, and it tells you all about it. It's got in here butterfly and dragonfly. It's got the layout, and you know, it goes into detail about things. So suit of mystical animal guides is the peacock, okay, and soul purpose angels, suit of sacred hollow light tools. So this goes into a lot of cool stuff. This is a very cool deck. This is kind of one of those that is a personal deck as well. I'll do like private readings with this, or I'll just use it on myself for guidance. I really like that deck for that. Okay, up next is Notes from the Universe on Love and Connection. All right, this one's pretty simple. Oops. So, and you guys have seen me use this before. So one side will say love is the reason, and then the next side goes into you know, a little message for you, and it says each person in your life is there for a reason, and that reason always has something to do with love. Like me, the universe. Okay, so the universe, the notes from the universe, I love picking these one a day. You know, I go through the decks on what I want to pick each day or whatever. But these I really love, and then I have another deck somewhere around here. Oh, here it is. That is The Universe Has Your Back. This is one of my favorite decks as well. This has 52 cards in it. The backs of them I love. Okay, it's just simple, right? One color, the rest is black and white. I love them. So then this says, my vibes speak louder than my words. So it's just simple messages on there to get you through the day or to start your day off. So both of my universe decks, I highly recommend them if you guys are just kind of starting out, or you're just wanting like a daily guidance, a daily message for yourself. I would definitely recommend a universe deck because these are my favorites. I would pick this one over this one. This one has more messages in it, but this one I like to shuffle more, right? So both of these you can get on Hay House. They usually run pretty good deals on there throughout the year, all right? So the next is Heart Thoughts cards, a deck of 64 affirmations. These cards are really tiny, but they say just small little things. I follow the path of right action. And then on the back, I choose my thoughts to be in alignment, blah, excuse me, blah, 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 right? So these have little affirmations on them. Good for a daily picker. It's a small deck, so you can bring it to your office, put it in your purse, whatever it is that you want to do with it. Okay, the Wisdom of Oracle, or the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle cards. This is a 52 card deck and guidebook as well. This one I love. Okay, on the back of this, it'll just show you different things. There's a king, there is a swan, and then they have little messages on them as well. Here is what the deck looks like. I'm trying to go through this quick because it's going to be a long video. So the Queen, women, fertility, feminine power, sexuality, and friendships. I do like to mix these with tarot cards as well. I like to do these in pick-a cards just for that extra guidance and you know, to get more in-depth in things, right? The next one is Wisdom of the House of Night Oracle cards. These cards I do love, but here's the thing. They do not have rounded edges, so they are very sharp. So when you are shuffling, these dig right into your hand and it hurts, okay? But these cards are really awesome. They, like this one for instance, number 43 says understanding, okay? The next one is the moon, so they're pretty cool cards. I like to mix these in with other decks as well. I mix a lot of my cards when I do readings. I like to have multiple decks. So I do like this deck. It's not one of my favorites. I don't like the way that it shuffles and I don't like that it has pointed edges, but it is a very cool deck. Alright, so the next one is Lover's Oracle. I use this with the Love Tarot that I have whenever I'm doing like relationship readings. Now the thing about these, they're shaped like a heart, okay? So they're shaped like a heart, so they're really hard to shuffle. And on the back, it'll say balance, and then it has messages on the back. I love working with these. I would recommend these if anybody's doing like love, relationship type of readings. They say that these are fortune-telling cards, but this deck I love. And I use this deck also with, let me find it, the Romance Angels. You guys see this a lot on other readers as well. The Romance Angels Oracle, this is by Dorian Virtue. This deck, I love. The back of them, as you guys know, is pink, and it's got, you know, an angel back there and the lovers. And then each one has different sayings, calling in your soulmate, and then it's got, you know, stuff underneath it, right? So I mix this deck with the heart-shaped deck as well. So this one I do recommend as well. I love this deck. Hopefully they don't stop making it and I don't ruin it, you know what I mean? Guardian Angel reading cards. Okay, so these cards I like to do when I am channeling for people, okay? I like to do that when I'm channeling. There's also another deck somewhere around here that I will find and tell you about as well. But the Guardian Angel cards, beautiful, beautiful book, beautiful cards. Here is kind of an inside of the book that you can read about each card. But for example, here is the back of the card. And then it'll say Angel of Past Lives, right? So it's got beautiful details on it, beautiful, beautiful pictures. I love it. There's so many messages in these cards, but these cards I like to do, like I said, when I'm channeling in my readings for people, just because it just gives you that much extra, right? Next is the Sacred Power reading cards. Transformative guidance for your life journey. These cards are awesome as well. This was one of the first that I had bought of Oracle cards. Again, it's got a beautiful book that is very detailed. It's got color, it's full color. The backs of the cards, I don't know if I can pull one out of here. Backs of the cards are beautiful. And then here you go. Simple word on it, boundaries, boom, simple, easy, right? So these are pretty easy to shuffle. I love working with this deck as well. This is one of those that I would recommend as well, because this is one that I use quite often. The next deck is the Crystal Wisdom Healing Oracle. Obviously this deck is all about crystals, and you know, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really like into this deck that much. It does tell you what all the crystals mean, blah, 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 right? But I don't know, for some reason I just didn't really connect with this deck that much. I think maybe I just got a little bit bored. But they're just simple. The backs are simple and kind of boring. And that's it. It just tells what the name of the crystal is, lapis lazuli. So if you don't know your crystals and you don't know what they mean, I would not recommend this deck for you, because it is more advanced. You know, if you do know your crystals, then you'd probably get some good use out of this. But, you know, for me, it's kind of information overload, so I don't really use this one. This one kind of just stays put. Next is Messenger Oracle. All right, it's got an owl on the front, and Here's the back of the card. All right, boom, done. And then it's got Embrace the Dark. So another oracle deck that has, you know, writing on the bottom of them, know your fears. I like working with this deck as well. And again, I mix a lot of my decks, so I don't just read one deck when I'm doing a reading. I usually mix quite a bit, unless I'm using tarot cards, you know. But I do like this deck. I have used this quite a bit. The next one here is, let's see, it is Ecstasy, book and card pack, relationship and sensuality. So it's kind of hard. The packaging on this is not that good. I haven't really used this deck because it just, I don't like putting it away. But this is more obviously for adults. Okay, so yeah, here you go. So these say oils. This says Lilk. This one says skin. So, and then they have a little reading on them for you guys. It comes with a book as well. I've not worked with this one. I have no idea where I even got this one from. Maybe I should look into it so I can give you guys a little bit better review. But we're not here to review. We're here to go over them. And as you can see, they just fly right out of the package. So the packaging, it's not that good. It's not that good. Alright, now I do have crystal reading cards. This one, however, I do like. This is the Healing Oracle. Comes with a great book. It is not in color, which I'm kind of bummed about. But I do like these cards. And why do I like these cards? Because, as it says, Azazarite says expanded awareness, right? So it gives you a little bit of a meaning on them, even if you don't know what they are. Dreams, Tiger's Eye is courage. So this deck, if you guys do like working with crystals, but you can't remember every meaning and you don't want to look it up in the book, I would recommend this one. I do like this deck very much so. Next is Heal Yourself reading cards. Okay, this one comes with a colored book. They're pretty big cards in here. This one just says simply letting go. So this deck I do love a lot. I like working with this deck, so this is kind of one of my go-tos as well. Alright, the Power of Love. This is activation cards. Alright, we'll go through these as quickly as possible because this video is already 17 minutes long. These just have little affirmations on them, but they also say acceptance, you're ready to release control of situations, blah, 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 blah. These cards I love. The Power of Love activation cards. This is a really good deck. I like this deck a lot. Next, Trust Your Vibes. You guys have seen me use this in my videos. This says it's a powerful toolkit for awakening your sixth sense. Okay, so it's got, you know, body talk, expect the best, laugh. You can get this at Hay House too if it's still available. I do enjoy using those. One of my favorite decks, the Spirit of the Animals Oracle. I have used this a few times. These cards are just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. They're really big. Okay, here's the backs of them. They're really big cards, but they say horse, freedom, and then they've got meanings underneath them, right? So this is one of the newer decks that's came out. I love this deck. If you love animals, I would say this is a must-have. This is probably one of my favorites. Of course, I'm obsessed with animals. Next is Wisdom cards. Okay, this is a 54 card deck. Again, these just have small little affirmations on them. So these are good for a daily pick. Not a must-have, but, you know, if you wanted a smaller deck, there's a smaller deck for you. As you guys know, the Rebel deck. Everybody knows the Rebel deck. I use this in a lot of my videos, especially whenever I go live. This deck is a must-have, for sure. Next, Earth Magic, the Enchanted Map, Oracle cards. Okay, so 2 decks here. I don't really use Earth Magic that much. I was intrigued at first, but now I'm kind of bored with them. The Enchanted Map, I do like this. However, you will need to read the book and kind of learn the meanings behind it. But this is a really cool deck. This one, I just don't connect with it that much. It's okay. It's not the best. All right. Then we have Kyle Gray, Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards. I love this deck. I post a lot with this deck. And I've read with this deck too. So here's the back of it, right? And then here's the card. Be graceful in movement and action. So Very beautiful deck, easy to shuffle. They're like a matte finish. So this one I do love. This is one of his newer decks. Kyle Gray, he also has Keepers of the Light Oracle cards. This is working with angels. I love this deck. He also has, where's his other word? I don't know. There's another one. We will get to it. But here's another one of Kyle Gray's decks. I love the angel decks. This one, Oracle of Mystical Moments. This is a unique deck. Now, I love this deck. Here's the back of the card. Let's see if it'll focus in for you. Maybe not. Maybe not. Whatever. And here it is here. So here's Eva. Here's Eva. You don't want to mess with Eva. Alright? You don't want to mess with her. She's got snakes all around her. She knows how to hold her own. But this is one of those that is... It's different and I love it. I love it. I have read, not the entire book, but I have read the meanings on the cards just to kind of see where they're coming from. And I love it. So this is one of those to try out if you have the extra money. Kuan Yin Oracle. This one is pretty cool. I've posted a couple of times. So basically it has a picture on the front, right? Just like this. You turn it on the back and then it says Mother Fierce and goes into all about Mother Fierce. So this is a small deck. This is one of those that you can bring with you, put it in your purse, bring it to work so you have some cards if you do that. So very cool deck. The next one is Botanical Inspirations. This is kind of like a guidance book, if you will, but it's all about flowers. So if you like flowers, this one is the Hibiscus, Beauty and Happiness. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. So each one has, meanings to that, hidden secrets. So it's an interesting deck. It's a different deck if you like flowers. If you aren't into flowers, then I wouldn't recommend it, right? Because it's not the best, but it is pretty good, right? Angels of Atlantis. I used to use this deck all the time. And here you go. Evolution. These cards are, they're really glossy, so it's kind of hard to shuffle them, but, you have willpower, security, earth force, so they have really awesome graphics on them. I like this deck. This one has my approval. Angels of Atlantis. Alright, moving on because we have a lot to go and this video is 22 minutes. The Power of Surrender cards. I use these a lot when I am channeling. I also use them a lot in my pick a card readings. Energy Oracle cards. This was my first deck of cards I ever bought in my entire life. This is my favorite deck. I could talk about this deck all day long. It's 53 cards. And let me just tell you what, there's just something about this deck. It's one of those I will never get sick of. So here is the back of it. Alright. And then, boom, you've got hostilities, right? So I love to read with these. I love to do videos with these. Again, this is my go-to Oracle deck. I love this deck so, so, so much. Alice in Wonderland. This is one of my newer decks that you guys have seen on my videos. This is one of those, it's just pretty to look at. It comes in a box like this. I wish the packaging was a little better. There is a book in there to read. Here is the back of the card. And here is the front of the card. So this one says investigate. So it's got small things like that, but the pictures in them are just so awesome. So this is one of my newer ones and I love this deck. So I would recommend that one too. Moving on, Butterfly Oracle cards for life changes. I use this one a lot when I am channeling to channel spirit. Return of Spirit. This one, I don't even know if I've used this one quite yet. Honestly, I sure haven't. Clearly, I forgot that I bought it. Innocence. The back of these, wow. Mediumship. Commitment. We're gonna have to keep these to the side to put these in some new videos. I like this deck, but I'll have to give you more of insight on it. This is my newer one, and I haven't even got to it because I have so many. What are you doing? Alright, magical spell cards. You guys have seen this deck quite a bit. I like to use this when I do my spell work. Alright, each card, has a message on it. Like this one is success, and then, it goes into a spell, if you will. So, magical spell cards. I love this. If you guys do spell work or anything like that, I would recommend those. Sacred Spirit reading cards. I love this deck. I love the pictures in this deck. I just love everything about this deck. Full color in the book. Here is the back. Absolutely gorgeous. And then on the other side, clear and activate, create sacred space. So this is one of those I need to break out again and start using because it is just beautiful. I would recommend this one as well. I'll just recommend all of them. The Divine Feminine Oracle, I've used this a few times. This one is good, but it's not like a must-have for me. But I do like working with it. There is a lot of cards. It is a little bit hard to shuffle because there are so many, and just how they are, you know? Like, because, I mean, obviously they're bigger, but, you know, it goes into all the Divine Feminine, right? And then they have messages. So this deck is cool, but I don't use it that often. Next is Archangel Animal Oracle cards. I recommend this deck. Yes, I do. I have used it in my videos. I don't know how many times. Maybe I did it alive. But it's got Shark, lead as a powerful, peaceful warrior. Okay, Archangel's Metatron. Elephant, open yourself for true abundance. I love this deck. I can't say enough good things about it. I recommend it. Definitely. Okay, moving on. Angels of Abundance, daily guidance from your angels, the Oracle of E. These are all pretty good decks. They're not like I have to have them. I have had this one in a couple, but I do enjoy these. I haven't used the Oracle of E, I don't think, in any videos. Here's the back. They just say E on them. Smooth and easy, right? So it just has little simple readings, x-ray vision, so it has little simple things like that on it, right? And then daily guidance from your angels, and then Angels of Abundance. They, you know, both have messages on them. They're both by Doreen Virtue, so I love my angel decks, and if that's what you guys are into, those are pretty good decks. Alright, Native Spirit, the Zodiac, which is Wisdom. Trying to get through this quickly here. So Native Spirit, I like working with these. I work with these also while I'm doing mediumship, just because I like what's in the deck. I'll show you. So this one is Dream Traveler, and then you've got Tribal Spirit Dancer. So simple deck, but yet so many messages in it. The Zodiac Oracle, I've used it a couple times. I don't love it. Like, this one is Neptune, you know, so this is more for, I would pair this probably with the other astrology deck that I showed you guys. But this isn't a must-have. Definitely not for me anyway. Alright. Next is Witch's Wisdom Oracle cards. I love this. Each one in this has like a little spell on it. Here is the back of it. So this is a good deck. I would recommend this deck too. I really got to stop opening these and showing them all because we're never going to get through this. Love and Light, also by Doreen Virtue, has messages on there. This is good for guidance. Is it my favorite deck? No, but I do like it. The Wild Offering Oracle, I love this. These have messages on them for you. So kind of like a daily, you know, guidance deck, if you will. So that's a good one. Moonology, I've used this several times. I love this deck. So if you see my videos, you've definitely seen these in there. The backs of them do have moons on them. Alright, and then it's got new moon in Capricorn. Your hard work is paying off. I do like to pair this with other, maybe even tarot cards and some other oracle cards. I like to put these in my pick a card readings as well. Alright, Angel Gemstone Oracle cards. This one is like your typical oracle card, kind of. I've used these a couple of times, and I actually enjoy them. Why? There's a lot of reading, so I'm not going to read it, but like, so they have your crystals on the back, and then on the other side it has like this Angel of Truth and Honesty, and then you can go into reading that. I've not used these yet in my videos. I kind of like to keep these personal, so if you want a personal deck, I would recommend these. I really, really enjoy reading those. Here's the deck. So Talking to Heaven, when I'm doing mediumship, I use these cards a lot. just because it's like when I touch them, I'm like, I know. Okay, so now that we got cut off because of maximum recording time, this Talking to Heaven deck, oops, I really love. This is one of those that when I touch it, I know that I'm ready to talk to spirit and start channeling for you guys. So this is one of my favorite decks. This one actually says mediumship cards, which I've not seen any others that do actually say that. So these I do love. One of my top favorites is the Spirit Animal Oracle deck. You guys have seen me use this a lot in my pick of cards. Here is what they look like. And then it has Rhino Spirit, overcome any obstacle. I love shuffling these. I love the colors of these. I love the meanings behind these. This is one of those I feel like must be in your stash of cards because it's an all-around great deck. All right, next up we have Soul cards. All right, this is an older deck. I don't know if it is available. They are super duper old. You know, it's just kind of one of those that all it has is pictures, so you really need to go within your intuition on these. These inspire your creativity and things like that is what they claim to do. It's an okay deck. Here's the other Kyle Gray deck, Angel Prayers, all about angels. In this one, The Sacred Traveler by Denise Lynn. I love this deck. I like how it shuffles. It has so much meaning in them. So these two I love. Now my second, I think that my second Oracle deck was probably this one, Wisdom of the Oracle, Colette Baron Reed. This deck, there's just so much to say about it. It is just one of those I just fell in love with, and I don't think I'll ever get sick of it. So the back of the cards, they look like this, and they have really beautiful pictures by the book, time to go, the fates, building blocks, time for a nap. I mean, there's just so much to these cards. This is one of my OGs, and it will stay. It will stay there because I love this deck so much. I would recommend that one. Okay, next, these are not must-haves, but I do love them so much, so we will kind of do that. This is getting into the Vortex, a deck of 60 relationship cards. I don't think that I have showed this one yet on my channel. I bought a lot of my manifestation cards together, so I didn't really go through them that much. But this one, the relationship deck, I've not went into this one yet, so I can't give my honest review on it. But I will be trying to get to it whenever I do another relationship reading, possibly. Alright, now money and the law of attraction cards, and then the law of attraction cards here. So this one's money, and then this one's just law of attraction, right? I do love both of these. They have a lot of writing on them, but it does help with manifesting, and you know, they just put me in a good mood. So you can get these at Hay House. The next one is numerology guidance cards. I've not yet did a video with these either. However, these are all, of course, numbers and numerology and the meaning behind them and things like that. Here is the back of the card. It is beautiful. I love it. And then it's just got, boom, right here, 99, compassion. So they're really simple, but there's a lot of meaning behind it. 96, forgiveness, right? So this is a very cool deck to work with. All right, we're getting down to the nitty gritty. All right, next we have Karma cards, Gateway Oracle, the Spirit messages. I like working with this one a lot, the Spirit messages. The Gateway is okay. It's not my favorite deck. Karma cards, I have not really dabbled much into. I kind of looked at it, but I just got bored with it real quick, and I don't ever return anything. So this is all about the zodiacs, and it goes into the houses and stuff like that. So it's more, I think, for like an astrologer, which maybe one day I'll dabble into. But for now, that one will probably stay put to the side, and I probably won't use it. All right. We have Dorian Virtue Angel Therapy Oracle cards. I love this deck. Also, we have Work Your Light Oracle cards. One of my favorite decks that I own. It is just so beautiful. The colors are beautiful. Here's the back of the card. Here is the front of the card. This one says, you're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing true north. Keep facing your true north. The colors are incredible. And it's just... I just love this deck. I can't really say much more about it, but I'm obsessed. Okay, now we have a couple decks left and we're almost done. We have the Dragon Oracle cards. These I keep for myself. I think I've used them maybe once in a live for you guys, but I do keep them for myself just because I like them so much. And you know, I have certain decks I like to keep to myself, right? So here's the Emerald Dragon, brings in healing and cosmic abundance. Okay, so this is a very cool deck. I would recommend this deck. Messages from the guides. I love this as well. These are transformation cards. Oops. So these are good for a daily pick. Take responsibility for your actions. Appreciate your talents. Worry is a wasted emotion. So they just have little messages on there. Great for daily guidance to pick a card, you know, daily if you guys want to do that, right? So this is a good deck. I would recommend that. All right, last but not least, we have the Mystical Shaman Oracle. I have showed you guys this before. I do this in my readings as well. It does come in a big box. I'm not going to open it up because it's kind of a pain. But this one is definitely, it's really good. It's really good. But you know, you probably want to read the book though, so you kind of know what's going on with that. Goddess Power also. This is one of my newer decks. I haven't used it as much as I like. I think I've used these actually together. So, I really like them. Of course, I like this one more. For some reason, I like her work, Colette Baron Reed. I love her work that she does. I love the decks that she comes out with. So, with that being said, I think that we finally got through all of them, all 73 of them. So comment below and let me know which deck that you like the best or that you would be interested in getting for yourself. And I know this video is super long. I'm sorry. I tried to rush through it as quickly as possible so you guys could see all the decks. So with that being said, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.